Guzzlord!
That's kind of cringe, bro.
Another 2 weeks have passed and the new event has Guzzlord. That's all that matters. Anyway, this of course lasts from now, the 19th, to April 2nd at 12 AM Eastern Standard Time. Shinies from the last event are now full odds and new ones have been added to the game. On top of that, 2 new alternate forms have also been added to the game, and they are Ice form Arceus and Sky form Shaymin. And finally, Mega Evolutions from the last event have now cycled out of the Mega Chamber, and of course they've been replaced by new ones. The Mega Chamber now has challenges for Mega Alakazam, Mega Scizor, Mega Mawile, and Mega Lucario. If your team needs a fast physical attacker, I suggest focusing on Mega Lucario, and if your team needs a fast special attacker, I suggest going after Mega Alakazam. Oh, by the way, if you don't have enough Lucario, then I have good news. There are 3 changes in effect for this event only. 1, you are now more likely to hatch Riolu from an egg. 2, you can now find Lucario in the wild. And 3, you now gain friendship with your buddy 5 times faster than before. But keep in mind, this is only for the duration of the event. This will not stick around afterwards. Now, like with the last however many event videos, I'm not going to go too in depth about what you got to do for this part because I've got a whole another video about Mega Evolution in general. Link to that in the description. But basically, just release or swap 10 Pokemon corresponding to the Mega you choose, 9 if you're a Patreon supporter, and then battle your way through the challenge to get your Mega Stone. If you have a Mega Bracelet already, then go ahead and use a stone right away. If you don't, then don't worry because you get to keep the Mega Stone even after the event ends. And just so you know, the developers have removed the task of beating every champion in order to enter the Mega Chamber, so disregard that in the old video. You just head right in. Also keep in mind that as of right now, only regular colored Pokemon and shinies can Mega Evolve, not Goldens, at least not yet. Now moving on to the new alternate forms, we can talk about them together because it's the same exact method for 2 different items. Arceus Ice requires the Icicle Plate and Sky Shaymin requires the gracidea. I think that's how to pronounce it. Now before you get your hopes up, let me finish the entire next sentence. Each item has a 1 in 1500 chance to drop after catching a Pokemon via regular encounters if you have the respective Pokemon in your box already. So if you want the Icicle Plate, you need to have an Arceus in your box. And if you want the gracidea, then you need to have a Shaymin in your box. Once you get either of these items, give it to the respective Pokemon while it's on your team, and then you'll have a chance to find Arceus Ice or Sky Shaymin, whichever one you're going for. If you meet the requirements, each alternate form has a 5% chance to spawn every time you encounter a legendary. To double check if you did everything right, do semicolon unlocks, and if you don't have the green check, you didn't do it right. I'll leave the item commands towards the top of the description, so just look for that if you reach that step. Also, if it's any consolation, both Arceus and Shaymin have their spawn rates doubled for the duration of this event, so if you don't have one, then there may be hope for you. Anyway, moving on, there are 2 Spotlight Shinies once again, and like with the last few times, there's nothing much to it compared to the other stuff. Shiny Kartana and Shiny Guzzlord both have a base spawn rate of 1 in 7500 via regular encounters, which of course can be brought down by an event ticket and clan perks and shiny charms. And obviously, their regular versions have also been added to the game. They've just been thrown into the legendary pool with all the others, so let's hope you can find those too. And as always, 5 extra shiny Pokemon have also been added to the game, and they are Paras, Diglett, Gulpin, Fletchling, and Yungoos. And if you're a Patreon supporter, then there's also shiny Kangaskhan out there in the wild for you. Non-Patreon supporters are just gonna have to wait till it gets moved to the full odds pool after this event. Anyway, they all have the usual spawn rate for the extras, which is 1 in 2500 via regular encounters. And that's pretty much it for this event. I'm obviously more excited to get Guzzlord than any other Pokemon. It's probably the worst Ultra Beast stats-wise, but it's the most lovable, and that's what matters. I also really want Mega Lucario because the teams I've been using to battle NPCs have always had Lucario on them, so I just think it's, you know, fitting. Anyway, if this helped at all, consider subscribing. If you want to join my Discord server, links in the description as always. Happy hunting and have a good day.